Hello students, welcome to our today's E.V.S class. So yesterday we have started our lesson number 2, that is first aid and emergency, and I have taught you about what is first aid, what first aid we should give in case of cuts and wounds, fractures and burns. So let's recapitulate some points. So first aid, what is first aid? The immediate help given to an injured person is called first aid. That means the first help given to the injured person is called first aid. So next is, in case of cuts and wounds, what we do? We should clean that area with the cotton ball soaked in Dettol. Then then cover it with the clean clean and cotton dressing. Then then tie a bandage over there and make sure that the bandage is not too tight. So next we have done about burns, that in case of burns, just keep the burnt area under the running water for 15 to 20 minutes, and after that apply antiseptic cream over there. But if it is a major burn, then take the patient immediately to the hospital. And in case of fracture, we have first, what is fracture? Any crack or break in a bone is called a fracture. So then the fractured part should not be moved. Okay, it should be kept stable, and there should be no movement of the fractured part. And when for our legs broken, when our leg gets broken, then tie a splint over there. That will help you prevent the movement and give you support. And for arm for broken arms, we should make a sling with the cloth or bandage and there tie the fractured part so that it will give support and prevent movements. So these points we have learned about yesterday. So these are the points we have learned yesterday, and now, and plus I have given you 3 questions for homework. So I'm telling you the answers. For first question was, what is first aid? The immediate help given to an injured person is called first aid. Question number second was, what should you do in case of in case of minor and major burns? So as I've told you, so in case of a minor burns, keep the burnt area under the running water or apply ice. After that, apply an antiseptic cream over there and cover the burnt part. Then, and in case of major burns, take the patient immediately to the doctor. And next, question number third was, what is a fracture? Any crack or break in a bone is called fracture. So these are the answers of the questions given to you in homework. So now let's start today's class. In today's class, we will learn about what first aid we should give in case of dehydration, animal, snake and insect bites. So let's start today's class. So first is dehydration. In case of dehydration, first, what is dehydration? Dehydration means loss of water from the body. That means dehydration occurs when our body loses more fluid than we take in. So it is basically the loss of water from the body. So in that case, what we should do? We should drink plenty of water. Second, we can make a solution at home by mixing sugar, salt in water and then drink it. This solution is also available in the market, named as ORS. You must have seen the ORS pouch. So ORS is also used in case of dehydration. So it is basically the solution of sugar, salt in water. We should drink this solution. Plus, if it is a case of emergency, then we should take the patient immediately to the hospital. So, these things we can do in case of a dehydration. So, dehydration occurs when we lose more fluid from our body than we take in. Next is the case of animal bites. What we should do an if an animal bites us. So in case of animal bites, wash the bitten part with antiseptic soap and water to wash away the germs. Then apply the antiseptic cream on the wound to prevent infection. Then take the victim immediately to the hospital. So these things we can do in case of animal bites. Next is insect bites. So in case of insect bites, first we should move to a safe place to avoid more bites, and then wash the area with antiseptic soap and water. After that, apply an antiseptic cream to prevent infection. So these things can be done in case of insect bites. Next is snake bites. What we should do in case of a snake bite. First, make the victim lie still, as any movement can spread the poison all faster in the blood. Second, tie a tight bandage just above the bite to stop the blood flow from the area of the snake bite to the heart. And then take the victim immediately to the hospital for further treatment. So this we can do in case of a snake bites. I am going to tell you about heat strokes. What are heat strokes? Heat strokes are the strokes that are caused from excessive heat. That means heat strokes are caused if one is exposed to extreme heat for a long time. So the symptoms of heat strokes are headache, high fever, etc. So in heat stroke, what happens? Our body gets heated up. That means the temperature of our body gets increased. So to reduce the temperature, we should spray our body with water, and so that the temperature will be reduced. So in such case, a person should drink lot of fluids. That means a person should drink lot of liquid like water and fruit juice. So this is what heat stroke is. What we should have in case of dehydration. We should rest in a cool place. Plus we should have plenty of water and other liquids like fruit juice. Now homemade remedies for dehydration is increase your water intake. Homemade ORS, that is the solution of a salt, sugar in water. We can have watery fruits and vegetables like watermelon, papaya, grapes as shown in the figure. Plus we can have coconut water. So these are the ways through which we can prevent or reduce dehydration. Next is what we should do in case of an animal bite. First we should stop the bleeding. Apply direct pressure until bleeding stops, and then clean with soap and warm water for 10 to 15 minutes, and after that apply antibiotic cream to reduce the risk of infection and cover with a bandage. So this can be done in case of an animal bite. First aid for insect bites. Wash the affected area with soap and water and then apply an antiseptic cream over the wound. We have learnt about what first aid we should give in case of dehydration, animal, insect and snake bites, and we have learnt about the heat strokes. So with this I am winding this lesson. and it's time for homework now. So question number 1 is, what is dehydration and what we should do in case of a dehydration? Question number 2 is, why should a victim lie still in case of a snake bite? Question number 3 is, what are heat strokes? So that's all for today. Be ready with the answers tomorrow. Thank you.